JT, the last time we spoke was in New Orleans at the Super Bowl, and you single-handedly told me that we would have turned this thing around as a team. You've done that more. You sit here with, I think, 14 touchdowns as it is right now. What has gone into your off-season plan, and what is it that's clicking for this team right now? Because I mentioned this approach, the aura and the energy is off the charts right now.
Oh, I do think a big portion of that is a core group of our guys have been together for a while. Of course, we have a couple new additions that are some high caliber players, but I do think guys playing unselfishly. If you look, you see receivers, they're busting their tails from backside trying to get a chip of a block. You got running backs trying to sprint into the flat to pull a guy open up the passing lane. So when guys play unselfishly, it's really complementary football, and we're able to play complementary football and everything hits on all cylinders.
Jonathan, George mentioned that your stats so far this year, and people are now calling you an MVP competitor. Is that something you think about, or are you just thinking about game per game, focusing on each week as it comes?
I think that's how those accolades and those stories and those talks start to happen, is from taking each game at a time. How can I be the best for my teammate this single game right here? What do I need to do to be at my best to ensure we come out with the win? And as you continue to stack those weeks over and over and over, and you look back over the course of a season, you'll put together a great body of work.
Jonathan, I saw that you really wanted Aaron Rodgers' jersey, so can you go us through your biggest grades, your biggest jersey swaps?
So I went to the University of Wisconsin, and not to be biased or anything, but we have some guys. So I'm J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, Russell Wilson. So for me, it was kind of on the easier side to get a lot of these big time guys just because of that college connection. But I'm still looking to grow it as well. There are a lot of players in the league that I respect, and it's just something about swapping a jersey with a guy who you shared the field with, because it's a lot that goes into it, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So it means a lot.
One of the key matchups today, even though you won't go head-to-head, is you on one side, Bynum on the other one. I spoke with him this morning. He said obviously he's looking forward to it, that he's inspired watching you play. How do you see this kind of game when you have another big running back on the other side? And what would you say to Bynum about what he does when he plays, what you think of him?
Number one, I have a lot of trust in our defense in order to hope he doesn't have one of those games, because he's a special player. But anytime that you can inspire another player, that's all you want, especially for guys like myself, guys who are a little bit older than me, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Saquon. We want to play our best ball in order to continue to lay a path that running backs before us have set. And younger guys like Bijan, and then with Detroit, Gibbs, those guys are going to take the game to new heights. And to see what he's doing so far is very, very special. So it's going to be nice to see him on the field. Like I said, I have a lot of trust in my defense, so hopefully he doesn't go too crazy. But, special players like that, they make plays week in and week out.
Talking about defense, what was your reaction when you heard that you were going to get Sauce Gardner?
That's a really big move. At first, of course, it wasn't from the Colts page. It was from other sources. So you're looking at all of the names, making sure it's a real account. Like, is this really happening? Because, the trade deadline. And then once I found out it was real, I'm like, this is when you can add a player of that caliber, no matter the side of the ball, offense or defense, is special, because you just know what they bring to the room, but you also know what they bring to your team. They bring a level of leadership, they bring a level of high play, and they also just bring another element for the opposing team to have to deal with to make it really tough to beat us. So really excited. I'm looking forward to seeing him now up close and personal and in action. So it's going to be really fun.
JT, when you mentioned previous running backs, people talk about you being MVP, but comparing you to Caesar like Sean Alexander, Daniel Tomlinson. He's one of my personal, probably all-time favourite running backs. Who did you sort of look up to when you're coming into, even the league or just watching the sport?
For sure, some of the guys that I watched were Arian Foster, of course, LT, Adrian Peterson, just guys who really found a way to be elite week in and week out, which is hard to do in the NFL. That's very, very hard to do. And when you look back at their tape, their film, and the seasons that they had, it wasn't just week in and week out. It was season after season after season. And that's something you strive for, not only for yourself, but for your coaches and for your teammates, because you want them to know, hey, Jonathan is dependable. He's going to be a guy that's going to play at a high level every single time we need him to.
Jesse, talk about the quarterback and running back chemistry, because it's almost like an unspoken language. So there are fans who watch a game and might not understand why you see something and you make this move and the quarterback might make that move. Talk about why that chemistry is so important.
It's so important because this is something that I say to any quarterback that I have. I always let them know, like, hey, at the end of the day, it's just me and you back there. So I have your back. And it's almost like best friends. The running back has to be the quarterback's best friend, whether it's in protection, whether it's getting out in their route. You never know. A quarterback can say, hey, get out quick. I'm going to need you here. Quick eyes. Or say, hey, listen, I'm going to need you to protect here. Just stay in. But then also, if you see something and you're telling the quarterback, like, hey, listen, man, this guy's over running it. I think we should check to this run. So it's just having that chemistry because you guys really get a chance to see the whole field. You know, the quarterback and the running back get to see the whole field. So having that chemistry is huge. And I think when you can have that, you can do really special things.
How's the connection with Daniel Jones? What makes him so special off and on the field?
Number one, I think it's his preparation, first and foremost, on the field. When he first came in, I thought he had the playbook for about 6 months because he started making checks that if we were in day 15, day 16 of camp, you would be making those checks. So his level of discipline is unworldly. But I do think that once he gets on the field, his athletic ability is also up to par as well. I think sometimes people may overlook that. I know people know he's kind of fast and that he can roll a bit, but no, he's tough as nails as well. So when you have a quarterback that prepares like that and as tough as he is, I think it's really, really special.
Thanks, Jonathan.
We got one more? In the pink hat, I saw you. You were raising your hand. Yeah, I saw you raising your hand a couple times.
We spoke some weeks ago when you told me you're a huge foodie, you love food. Do you have the chance to try doner kebab with currywurst? Do you see anything of that?
I'm going to try the doner kebab today. I'm going to try my best to try that today. That's been on my list. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Okay, so how does it feel to be in Germany?
Feels awesome just coming back home, and especially to this stadium because it's like special to me because I've been going to Hertha games ever since I'm like 6, and yeah, just a chance for my family and friends to come see me out there. That's just gonna be awesome.
Wie viele Kartenanfragen gab's? How many ticket requests did you get?
A few, but I told most of the people it's like you gotta find your own tickets. I can't hand them out.
Lenny Creek said it was about 100.
Yeah, probably not 100, but quite a few. I didn't keep count.
If you were describing the Colts to someone who doesn't follow the sport, how would you describe the team?
The team? I think I'd say we're like a brotherhood that looks out for the community. And we try our best every week to prepare and be there for each other, to prepare each other, to have the best chance to, in the end, celebrate on Sundays. And yeah, it doesn't matter if it's home, away. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Du als leidenschaftlicher Hertha BSC-Fan, was ist das für ein Gefühl für dich, dass du dann auch mal auf dem Platz stehen darfst am Sonntag?
Ich kann es auch nicht so kaum fassen. Also selbst wenn wir jetzt schon in der Umkleide waren und uns da umgezogen haben fürs Training heute, es ist einfach ein einmaliger Moment und ich glaube, an den werde ich mich den Rest meines Lebens erinnern, auch wenn ich dann zu Spielen gehe und wieder zuschaue, ist einfach sehr speziell für mich, also der Moment.
Living the dream of so many kids there in Germany, what would you tell those kids?
Hard work over talent. Doesn't matter where you are right now, who you are, and as long as you work and try to get better every day, may it be strength, speed, technique, anything, just keep on working on it, and then you're going to get a chance to show your talent, show what you worked for, and have the best opportunity for yourself to make the next step.
What have you learned from guys like Tyler Warren or Colts? What have you been able to take from them?
I'd say everything, really. How they prepare, how they watch film, how they train, what details they work on, and especially like watching film every day from practice, just take little things away, like how to block better, how to get open on route, and yeah, just tweak little things in my game to get better every day.
Max, a little funny backstory with you. I actually took your OV picture with Syracuse, so a little connection back there, but you've had a different kind of experience with college football compared to most international players. How does that help you prepare for your rookie season?
Just, I'd say it helped me in that case that I have a decent foundation of understanding the game, but coming into the NFL, it's always faster, there's more details, more plays. But I think it just showed me how to prepare for practices, how to watch the film, and just figure out what I need to work on, and yeah.
Are you going to play for Team Germany at the Olympics of flag football?
Oh, I don't know if I'm fast enough for that.
Du bist ja wahrscheinlich jetzt auch so ein bisschen Deutschland-Experte für deine Teamkollegen. Musstest du da viele Fragen beantworten oder gab es auch irgendwas Lustiges, irgendwelche komplett falschen Vorstellungen vielleicht von Deutschland, was wir so erwarten?
Ich glaube, ich habe die Frage, ob wir auf der linken Seite fahren, gefühlt 200 Mal gehört. Dann habe ich noch so eine kleine Restaurant-Tipps weitergeleitet und ja, dann halt immer mal ein paar Wörter, die man sagen kann oder am besten auch nicht sagen kann. Ja.
What celebration are you going to do in Berlin?
They just taught me a few celebrations upstairs in the room of some of the things that the soccer team, the football team has been doing here. So we got a few cooked up, but I'm still doing my research because I want to find the perfect one for Berlin. So if anybody has any suggestions, if you're a local here, of any legendary German things that I can do, let me know.
7-2, top of the division, second in the conference. It's a great feeling right now. It's good to have you to be part of the Colts. You know where this one's going. If you had to sum up the Colts season so far, or give it a movie title, what would the title be and why? It's a hard one.
Just because it's my favorite movie, Rush Hour. Just because season has been going so fast, so that's why I get the rush. International because we're overseas right now, so the movie was filmed internationally. But really, just the whole season has been it's flown by. And it's been super fun just being able to win. I think winning helps these seasons go by a lot faster and you enjoy the time that you have. But no matter what, it's been a really good season so far as us coming together as a team and it being my first year with the Colts. I feel like I've been here forever with the family that I've made on this team and a lot of guys that have come together to have us having 7 wins already and the 2 losses that we have, those games being ones that we know we should have won. So also lessons that we've learned through those losses that we've been able to grow from instead of letting it keep us, instead of staying down in the dumps about the 2 losses.
What was your reaction when you heard that Sauce Gardner was coming into your defense?
I didn't believe it. I was like, is this real? It was just cool. Just a player that I've respected over the years. We've played against them a good amount of times. Playing the Jets, I played him twice, so I was able to see him play a lot in person. And just having him here on our team, it's always a great addition having a premier player in the league like that that's proven himself. And now getting to know him, he's a really hard worker, really smart player. And that's something that you enjoy having out of big name players like him, people that actually care about the game, that are more than, just an athletic guy. He's in the film room, he's taking notes, he's a student of the game also. So that's been fun to work with somebody like that, and I think he's gelled so far really well with the rest of the DBs.
Cam, how tough is the loss of Buck, and how do you guys replace him?
Yeah, that's tough. Buck is obviously one of the best in the league at his position and one of our leaders on this defense, but it's a next man up mentality. And I know Buck is going to do everything he can to get back healthy and take care of his body like he's been doing. And it's a tough loss for us, but we know that we have the guys in the room to be able to fill in and it not be a step back at all. And that shows his leadership and that shows the coach's leadership of bringing every single person along to where no matter who's in the game, there shouldn't be a drop off in the play of our defense.
What's it like being coached by the mad scientist Lou Rumor? Because as a fan, it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, I think just the accountability that he brings. He's tough on all of us, and he requires a high standard of preparation, of play, and everything that you do has to be around Lou. It has to be elite and detailed, and I think that's why we've been playing well and that's why we're so eager to get better. We haven't even touched our best football yet, and we feel like there's been a lot of plays that we've left on the field, and he's holding us accountable on that. But we have the guys in the room to also know that we have to get better too. So being coached by Lou has been really fun, just the positions that he's putting everybody in to be successful. And, a lot of people have made plays, and every single week, it's just we want to play consistent ball, and that's what he preaches.
I've seen during the past few days on social media that you've been discussing that if anyone sends you a Bynum jersey, you will come and sign. Could you talk a bit about what that means to you and how that initiative came to?
Yeah, without fans, us football players are really, nothing. The game has grown, and I'm overseas playing football because of the fans, because more people around the world want to watch football. So me doing a simple gesture like signing a jersey and mailing it back to somebody, that's a simple return of the favor of somebody supporting me and going out of their way to spend $150 to buy a jersey. And it's something I've been doing for a while, whether people mail stuff and mail the letters. I'll sign football cards that people mail me and send it back. And in my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel, I put it in the beginning of the season. At the end of the video, to see who actually watches, I put the address on there to see who actually mails it in. So now that I put it on Twitter, it's funny that a lot of people are catching on, but that's something I've been doing all season. And it's just fun to be able to connect with fans, and I write a little note of encouragement in there just to let people know, like, we're real people, playing football, and we're not just, big celebrities that are untouchable. We're normal guys at the end of the day.
Did Maximilian already teach you some German words to say or not to say?
Danke. I learned that. That's the one word I learned. But I have to do more. But the pronunciation is hard. That's one thing I've been struggling with. He had to say, just learning that simple word took me like at least 30 seconds of pronunciation. So I'll need some help with that on this trip.
Okay, what did change with Daniel Jones in the locker room?
Say it one more time.
What did change the team with the locker room with Daniel Jones?
Oh, yeah. Just the preparation that you get from a quarterback, especially a guy like him, just his work ethic and knowing that he's the first one in the building and the last one out, and just knowing that's the leader of your team, it makes us confident going into games, and just knowing that every time he's in the building, he looks locked in, and he's a good leader and a great person too, and somebody that you can talk to, you can hang out with. Like, everybody welcomed him in, and when he came in, he was a leader from day one.
Quick more questions.
Cam, no doubt you'd have seen Drake London's performance last week against the Patriots. How are you managing that test against London and this Falcons offense on Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be a good test. He's a really good receiver. I've been playing against him for a while, going back from high school stuff, knowing who he was, and then in college too. So just seeing the type of player that he is and has grown to, and his performance last week especially, he was making every play on the field. So that's somebody that we obviously have to key in on, and knowing that he has really good connection with the quarterback. And if we stop him, it'll make things a lot harder for the quarterback, because that's his favorite target. So I think not letting him break the game open is going to be one of the most important keys on the defense, and really for all their playmakers across the board, just being tight to them to make it harder on the quarterback.
Cam, you weren't on the team when they played here 2 years ago. Other players have. What did they tell you about the trip, about playing in Germany, both good and bad maybe?
Really all good stuff. The only complaint people have is jet lag. That's like the toughest thing. When we practice, we have a full day of work in the US, then we shower, we have an hour break, and we get on the plane, and our plane ride is considered our night of sleep. Then we get here and we go right back to meetings and practice. So I'd say that's the only negative thing that people see, just because of the tired and the fatigue. But other than that, everybody loves coming out here, and I've heard great things. And this is my first time in Germany myself, so I'm excited to be here, and it's just another place checked off my list of places to travel to.
One more.
If you could play another international game, where would you like it to be?
The Philippines, because I live there in the off season. But in Europe specifically, I want to play in Switzerland. Switzerland's one of my favorite places I've been to, so I want to play like on a mountain with a giant view, typical Switzerland scenery. So I'd love to play there. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
Ja, fangen wir gleich in Deutsch an. Emotional wird das jetzt am Sonntag für dich, oder? Wir sind jetzt hier in Berlin, nahe, deine Familie ist angereist. Vielleicht kannst du das ein bisschen erzählen, die Emotionen, dieses besondere Spiel.
Ja, es ist schwer zu beschreiben. Es ist natürlich, man hat, ja, so viel Familie hat man überhaupt nie beim Spiel. Oder generell an einem Ort gleichzeitig. Deswegen, ja, es ist einfach ein richtig emotionales Spiel, emotionaler Moment vor dem Spiel, nach dem Spiel. Und ja, es ist schwer in Worte zu fassen, was es mir bedeutet, einfach hier so nah zur Heimat zu spielen. Und ja, es ist schwierig zu beschreiben.
What German words did you teach your teammates?
Guten Tag. Wo ist das Klo? Just the basics. Ein Bier bitte. So all the important questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bernhard, what's it like for you coming over here and seeing all these people? I mean, you're kind of a star here in Germany and in Austria.
Yeah, it's awesome to see this many people, just excited about football. I personally don't love all the attention with like the media and stuff. That's more of like a quarterback thing, I feel like. But no, it's an honor to be here and to be asked to be here, and it's just great to see the game grow internationally. You see the hype around it here. The city has Colts stuff all over, and you see Colts fans everywhere. My family travels in and says they saw Colts jerseys on the flight in. And that's just, it's amazing to see how much this game has grown over the last.
And of course, Joe and Bernhard kind of laid the groundwork, and he's like a superstar.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's turned into the German Pat McAfee over here. So he's awesome. He's a great guy. I mean, I got to meet him, back when I was playing for the Vienna Vikings, and I met an NFL player for the first time at a starstruck moment. And to play for his team and to kind of put my own name in that history book it's a huge honor.
Du hast mal gesagt, Sebastian Vollmer ist ein Vorbild. Was hast du von ihm so gelernt, mitgenommen, charakterlich, aber auch für das Spiel?
Ja, einfach dass man auch als deutscher Österreicher, einfach als Ausländer, sich trotzdem einen Namen machen kann, Super Bowls gewinnen kann und sehr, sehr erfolgreich sein kann in der NFL, und dass man da halt nie irgendwie auf Ausreden sich eben ausruhen sollte, sondern einfach immer seinen eigenen Weg gehen sollte und das Beste aus seinen Chancen zu machen.
But now, talk to me about the O-line, because you guys look like a special unit right now. It's not easy to lose guys on the line, Kelly and Fries to the Vikings, but then you've got also Lenning and Cowboys, and you look like you haven't missed a beat. What is the magic sauce going on with this O-line, because you guys are amazing?
I think Colts O-line just in general is a very just tight-knit group. I mean, we obviously spend a lot of time together in the building, meetings, we live together, we practice together, we eat lunch together, but then also, off the facility, we also try our best to, go out to dinners together, to, get to know each other's families. And I think, becoming really tight off the field makes it that much easier on the field. The communication is always at a premium, but if you know the guy well, the communication just gets that much better. And then also when someone's going through something, he has those guys, to lean on next to him. And I think that, can make or break an offensive line.
So you're living a dream right now, and it probably took a lot of work, to get here. What would you say to your younger self?
Trust yourself, trust your dream, because I think everybody, struggles with, little bumps in the road, and you're always going to question if you made the right choices, if you went the right way, or if you took the right path. But I think at the end of the day, as long as you follow your heart, you can't be wrong. So I think just, keep trusting yourself.
Bernhard, dein Kollege hat schon mal einen Schnitt in der Hand. Was vermisst du am meisten aus Österreich?
Abgesehen von Familie und Freunden auf jeden Fall das Essen. Also das ist natürlich sehr speziell. nicht nur als Offensive Lineman, sondern auch in generell. So, ja, gutes Gulasch oder gute Käsespätzle sind schwer zu ersetzen. Ich persönlich versuche zu kochen manchmal daheim. Es funktioniert nicht immer so gut. Ich bin nicht der begabteste Koch, aber ja, ich werde es weiterhin versuchen, um eben auch neben meiner Frau und meinem Kind auch österreichisches Essen zu servieren. Und ja, ich werde, ja, mit jeder Mahlzeit werde ich ein bisschen besser. Ich versuche das weiterhin zu lernen, um das auch gut für unser Haushalt einzubringen.
Du bist vor 2 Jahren ziemlich strahlend in Frankfurt vor uns gestanden. Wenn du auf die letzten 2 Jahre zurückblickst, hätte irgendwas viel besser laufen können?
Ja, natürlich. Im Sport kann es immer ein bisschen besser gehen. Als Team, als Individuum. Aber im Großen und Ganzen ja, kann man sich nicht wirklich mehr wünschen. Also sportlich, persönlich, also ich habe da echt sehr, sehr viel Glück gehabt im Leben und einfach die Leute, die mich eben bis hierher unterstützt haben, sind halt die Basis für diesen Erfolg und ich kann ihnen gar nicht genug dafür danken.
Bernhard, wie fühlt es sich an, als junger Vater Football zu spielen? Was hat sich geändert für dich, seit du Vater bist als Footballer?
Ja, es ist anstrengend auf jeden Fall, Vater zu sein, aber meine Frau hat sich da wirklich, also sie ist echt die beste Mutter, die man sich nur wünschen könnte für unsere Tochter und sie übernimmt einen Hauptteil des Elternseins, besonders jetzt in der Saison, während ich halt viel arbeiten bin, aber dann, wenn ich halt Zeit dann eben daheim verbringen kann, ist es umso schöner, dann Zeit mit den beiden zu verbringen. Und ja, dann vergisst man auch manchmal dieses Football-Leben, weil man dann einfach merkt, wie wichtig es ist, diese Zeit zu genießen daheim. Und wenn man dann ja, das Lächeln von seiner Tochter sieht, dann vergisst man auch wieder ganz schnell einen schlechten Tag, weil das ist im Endeffekt alles, was zählt.
Sind die beiden lieb? Kein Humor?
Nein, leider nicht. Es ist stressig für uns. Natürlich ist es nicht so viel Zeit, die man hat, da irgendwie mit Freunden zu verbringen. Und deswegen sind sie dieses Mal noch zurückgeblieben, aber ich glaube beim nächsten Mal, wenn wir nochmal ein Deutschlandspiel bekommen, werden sie sicher dabei sein.
Wie nimmst du die Rolle schon sehr besonders, dass sie an der Seitenlinie steht mit Spots drin und auch mit Call Sheets. Wie ist da so dein Austausch auch mit ihr? Hast du da einen?
Ja, also ich kann das natürlich nicht vergleichen mit anderen NFL-Teams, weil ich halt nur für die Colts gespielt habe. Aber in generell, glaube ich, ist es immer sehr, sehr einzigartig, die Besitzerin zu sehen und wie sehr sie sich bemüht, da alles zu lernen. Sie hat sich jetzt auch über die letzten Jahre, war sie einfach bei uns in den Meetingräumen und hat zu unseren Offensive Line Meetings einfach zugehört, hat Fragen gestellt und was für mich natürlich auch immer sehr, sehr komisch war am Anfang, weil ich war damals auch ein Rookie und sie hat mir nach einem Meeting mal gefragt, ja, was bedeutet das, wenn dein Coach dir das und das sagt? Oder woran denkst du, wenn du diesen Block setzt? Und ja, das ist halt für mich persönlich was damals ein bisschen nervenaufreibend, mit ihr zu reden. Aber es hat einfach so sehr gezeigt, wie wichtig es ihr war, wirklich jede einzelne Person in dem Gebäude kennenzulernen, aber auch jeder einzelne Detail über Football zu lernen, um dann eben auch die bestmöglichen Entscheidungen zu treffen, wenn es jetzt ums Team geht. Und ich glaube, dass einfach, wie sehr sie involviert ist, ich glaube, das zeigt einfach, wie sehr sie sich einfach ums Team kümmert und wie viel sie eigentlich da reinsteckt.
Thanks, Bernhard. Appreciate it.
Cool.